So what about if you're trying to, and I think the phrase was when he got it, wasn't it? Move them on, change the style of play, that perhaps they were a little too aggressive and one-dimensional, and Potter's actually got them playing in a manner that people enjoy, playing football the right way.
Okay, so you mean the style of football?
I mean, the style
of football that won them the Champions League. It wasn't good enough.
Yes, I think that's probably what people said. Yeah.
That couldn't sustain that.
No.
Okay. Now, when a new manager comes in, of course, he has his style. We know from Brighton the way he likes to play. Not slow, but methodical, passing, keep the football, very pretty patterns. But I don't think Chelsea fans accept that. In fact, I know they don't. In his
defence, he took Brighton from being a team that were just getting over the line into one that was competing eighth top half. Top half.
Yeah.
And they were enjoyable to watch. Right. So why can that not be his objective?
Well, it can be, but it depends. Managing Brighton is very different from managing Chelsea, one of the giants of our game, and the demands that are on you at Chelsea. You can't play pretty patterns without an end product. If you want to play pretty patterns with Chelsea, you better make sure you create chances with those pretty patterns. Otherwise, Chelsea fans are going to get really frustrated about what they're watching. They don't want to see a keep ball session at Stamford Bridge and 3 chances. They want to see goals scored. They want to see exciting football. It's what they've been brought up on with Mourinho, with Ancelotti, with all these managers.
You know what you're going to get when you go off to somebody like Potter, don't you? And I think we were all delighted that an Englishman, a British coach, was getting an opportunity at a top 4 club again. Frank Lampard was probably the last, and it didn't work out necessarily very well. But we can't then be surprised that he's looking to turn, is this the right thing to say? Is he looking to turn Chelsea into Brighton?
Well, I wouldn't throw that out there amongst the Chelsea fans. I
would. I just have. Yeah, I think they need to know that that's the case.
Well, I don't know. It seems that way. Listen, what the owners need to have decided to do with Graham Potter, what Graham Potter is trying to do and will achieve, might achieve, don't say will, because he might not, and what he's trying to achieve, Richard, is to change Chelsea, to change the way they play. So he's going to have to do that by changing personnel eventually. He's going to have to do it through time by getting the team to play the way he wants. Now, if they give him time, he may well do it. And I say if, because Chelsea are not noted for being patient with coaches. Maybe the new owners will be. Abramovich wasn't. If it wasn't happening, you were out. Somebody else came in and took the players on because they were a sensational bunch of footballers. There's an amazing bunch of footballers in that group. Amazing bunch of international quality footballers. Most of them were at the World Cup. That's how good they are. Right? So you should get a tune out of them if you're a good coach. Now, he hasn't yet.
Can I take you back to the point you made when I posed, I think, either my first or second question in this conversation? Why do Chelsea need to change?
Well, they don't. They just need to get better at what they do. I mean, they don't need to change it.
Get better at what they do. They were winning and have done titles and Champions Leagues, but you have more trophies than
most
anybody but City.
But you need you have to replace players, is what I'm saying. Because players get older, you have to replace players who come and some go, and then you have to make sure the players that you bring in are equally as good or better than the ones you had before. And then you get your kids coming through, like Mason Mount coming through into the team and having an effect there and making them better. So the only reason they need to change is because Graham Potter wants to change them.
Or because the owner has told Graham Potter he wants to change them. And is that a good thing?
No, that's not a very good thing. The owner picks his coach and let him get on with it. But again, I don't know if he's going to get the time. If they don't pick up, Richard, I think it's the lowest points total this stage of the season since 2015-16. So that's 6 years since they were as low as this. Now that's not going to please Chelsea fans at all.
No.
And it's